Eating for reasons other than hunger. That was a huge problem for me. And in order for me to lose weight and keep it off, I had to get in front of that problem. And one of the ways that I got in front of eating for reasons other than hunger was to get in touch with my food identity. My food identity is how you think, act, and move around food. Everybody has a food identity and everybody's is unique. Our food identity is comprised of our food stories. And our food stories are the memories, the activities, the experiences that shape our beliefs and attitude about food. Food story, food identity. I had to get in front of those two things and start really changing my food identity and changing my food stories. Prime example, in the industry where I worked pre-COVID days, there was a lot of entertainment involved, receptions and events where food was plentiful. And what I found was that I would go to these events, the drinks were free, the food was free, and I would load up with those little appetizers and hors d'oeuvres, whether I was hungry or not. It was free, right? So why not? It's there. And then I got a handle on the fact that just because it was free, just because it was there, didn't mean that I had to take advantage of it. And I started to realize that in the old days, before I knew people and I was comfortable in that environment, the food and the drink was a crutch. You walk in, you didn't know anybody, but you did see the appetizer table, you saw the bartender. So you go and you get something. I would go and get something so I would have something in my hand. So at least have some company until the people that I was meeting showed up or I met somebody. I just wasn't standing there looking like goofy. That was the problem. Is that initially the food and the drink and that was a crutch to get me through the uncomfortable feeling of being in this room full of people that I didn't know. And after a while, it just became a habit of you go to this event, whether you're hungry or not, you automatically go. You pick up something to eat, you pick up something to drink. And my gosh, if you're in an industry where you're doing this a couple of times a month, if you're in an industry where you're doing this a couple of times a week, and it's at night, then the pounds and the calories add up. And if you're in a situation where you're just you're in social situations like that, frequently the food becomes a crutch. And then once I figured that out and stopped doing it, when I got to these events, I started to look around and I would see that there were plenty of people that didn't have food or drink. They were just enjoying the event for the sake of the event. And I got, I guess, an epiphany that yes, you can go out to a social event and have a good time without unnecessary food or drink. And that is how addressing my food story and my food identity helped me start to move the scale in the right direction. Think about your food identity and your food story.